Howdy. Welcome back to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel, and welcome back to Sci-Fi Sundays. I was just running around like a madman because I realized I left my laptop charger inside. It could be important in like half an hour. But, happy Sunday. Hope everyone's doing all right. Are you doing well, Sarah?
Yep, got my Christmas shopping done with my husband last night. So we spent too much money as, usual, but...
Merry Christmas. It always happens.
But we did go out for Mexican, and I got the large margarita, so it made it more fun.
Does Awa have any dominion here? Oh yes. All the Mordor Navi everywhere. Which, howdy everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Mm-hmm. David's turned into Littlefinger. Mm-hmm. With a raptor. There's tiers of just onioning here. I don't know what these levels represent, but something's happening. Before we jump in, and of course, I'll give some non-spoiler stuff for Avatar. What have you seen this week, just generally?
I saw episode 2 of Pluribus.
Ooh.
So I'm really, I'm gonna have a lot of time coming up here to catch up on everything. So. What else did I watch? Of course, Farscape and Fallout, and what else? Hockey, as always. And I've been just kind of exploring some YouTube videos on getting into Lord of the Rings lore, and what else? Oh, and an Alton Brown, if you know who he is, started a new YouTube channel. Anyway, he used to have a show called Good Eats on Food Network that was really fun to watch.
Does he have the crazy hair? He's
no.
always making burgers and stuff? No.
He used to host, I think he hosted Iron Chef for a while, or one of that kind of show for a while. Yeah, Alton Brown.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Anyway, he started a YouTube channel now, so I watched a couple of those.
Cool.
Yeah, him. Mm-hmm. Yep.
This guy. Cool.
Yep.
Well, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is there even a story to spoil? Oh, but there is. What else is there? Cutthroat Kitchen guy. Cool. So mostly videos and stuff this week and everything?
Yeah, just kind of chilling out, just getting ready for holidays, running around like usual.
No, I wasn't thinking Guy Fieri. I was thinking, hold up. The burger guy from First We Feast. George Motz is who I was thinking.
Okay.
This guy. Obviously not who we were looking for there.
Although that looks interesting too, I guess, if you want to make good burgers. Anyway.
That's true.
Burgers.
Thank you, David.
Food
I don't watch the Food Channel.
Food
no,
Network.
Honestly, I don't. I watch old Food Channel. I watch like some Justin Wilson cooking, but I'm also an old person at heart. An old person at heart. Mark's still excited about the epic finale of the surprisingly awesome The War Between the Land and the Sea this afternoon. Well, it's a good thing that Doctor Who folk actually have something that they can be excited about right now, because I know it's far and few between where they have been excited in recent years.
Yeah, if it even... Anyway, we'll see what happens with that, I guess.
Joey, we have too many good eats channels. We need some worst eats channels. There are all those crazy mukbang channels like that. Nick, how do you say it? Nikocado, whatever his name was. That was doing that social experiment. There's a lot of weird stuff online.
Wasn't there a show called like Strange Eats or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think I'm even close, but anyway.
I think so. You look exactly like Whoopi Goldberg. What?
Which one of us?
What? Decky Play-by-Play. That's funny. That's a fun name too. Rewatched Dogma with 4K coming in. Still Kevin Smith's best film. I would be in complete and total agreement, sir. It's always good to have some Kevin Smith around, you know. I did actually watch it in a theater for the very first time this year, and that was really fun. My Man in the White Cap, twins with. Hey, it's blue. I try to go blue for it. The light
blue, yeah. The lighting makes it look white. I thought it was white too until you said that, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Avatar. Definitely not the right Avatar for the week, but it's Avatar.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. Torchwood, all these things. Why do we both have half a face? That's there's Joey. There's two different streams. We might as well always get this out of the way early on while we can. There's StreamYards and YouTube are trying to do different things for vertical people that like vertical stuff and the regular horizontal stuff. Personally, I think most of us are horizontal folk. That being said, you can pick your poison now. So yeah, you can go back and forth, whichever you're feeling. What I have seen this week before we jump on in, Farscape and Fallout, like you, of course. Fallout Season 2 premiere. We're gonna have to talk about it in a little bit.
Really good. Yeah, and anyway, this coming Friday, I have a little surprise for you guys on that. Not a big deal. It's just a little thing I bought that I can have on the stream. So, but we'll wait till Friday. If we're doing Friday.
Isn't it Grinch green? Oh, but I'm blue for Avatar. It's a different Avatar, but we're going Na'vi today a little bit. We're gonna do the Christmas stream. I think on the 26th, and that might be a little bit more green around that time. Who knows? You know, it might be a little more fun.
Yeah, I should be able to do it. I think.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Finger crossed. I wasn't able to watch Pluribus, sadly. I did. I tried to watch Little Landman and Tulsa King. I just couldn't get to it this week. And I feel pretty behind on both of those, so I got to catch up.
I have to do that too.
I swear, I feel like there's something else that just started coming out that we've been watching just a little bit. Oh, I guess we finished it. Welcome to Derry. And that was surprisingly good. It started off a little. It's like Stranger Things light, and then it ended up going crazy. And the crazy was fun to watch. I guess that's it in the way of that stuff, and in the way of the avatars. I did go see Fire and Ash on opening night in 4DX.
All right.
Maybe with a little mycelium to help along. It was an interesting time. And it was surprisingly really good. Hey, we're excited, B-Sod. It's going to be really fun. But what Shadow's asking right here, is Fire and Ash worth watching? I will not be spoiling any of this. I will try to be as loose as possible. And if I start getting in spoiler territory, I'll holler and I'll pay attention. It's very much worth watching. I think it's my favorite of the three. I don't think film-wise necessarily it's my favorite of the three. I think maybe this I think maybe 2 is my favorite, like true film-wise. But Fire and Ash is definitely worth watching. It is not just a hell of a lot of fun, but it furthers the story of Pandora, and it feels like they know what you're gonna say. Oh, it's the same movie over and over again. And of course, it's not spoilery to say, surprise, by the end of the film, the culmination of things, you might have some Awa-inspired help, occasionally. That's par for the course. If you're going to see an Avatar film, you understand you're gonna have some Awa kind of mumbo jumbo, doo hoo hoo, something like that. I don't know the best way to say that. But you're gonna have that spiritual
forces. Yeah. Mystical, spiritual.
You're gonna have some Na'vi mysticism up in here, and that very much is still in place. You're gonna have very much Jake Sully and the people around him trying to, befriend folks and also make sure those friends are not in danger's way from the rest of the humans. All of that's par for the course. I don't think that lessens the film whatsoever. It takes some painstaking effort to change up the narrative from the first 2 films. in the second and third act, and I truly appreciate it. I actually think this film, Peter, may be setting up an Alita Battle Angel 2. Not, of course, they're not going to cross over or anything. I feel like this might have been a good practice to enact something like that. And it also kind of could show Disney that people still want something from James Cameron outside of just this specific universe, if people are willing to still go see it. Which I think it will be. I think 346 million is the estimated global opening weekend right now, which is, I think, like by far the biggest opening weekend. The closest, I think, would be Minecraft. And I'm not sure if it surpassed that or not, but it is in the same realm of things. That being said, Fire and Ash, the first act is almost there to make you roll your eyes a little bit, and not in a bad way. You're just like, oh, okay, well, this was in the first two movies. Oh, so was this. This too. All the parallels that you expect to be kind of trotted along throughout the entire film are very much handled within that first act. And by the end of the first act, they are actively taking those steps to separate the film from the last two. And I think they do a great job with it. Colonel Quaritch, old Stephen Lang hanging out still. He is kind of the main character in Avatar now, because Jake Sully, of course, he's still one of the main guys, and they give Jake some very important things to do in this film. But Loak, his son, especially in the second movie, kind of became just as much of a figurehead, became the narrator, so on and so forth. It's kind of turned into Quaritch's movies, which I think is very interesting, because you started with Jake with, oh, we're now in the Avatar program. And you see somebody learning the culture of someone else. Now we're kind of with Quaritch, who refuses to learn the culture, while also kind of having to learn the culture, being forced into it in a different manner of things. It's a really interesting approach. Sure, you can always call it Ferngully or Dancing with Wolves in Space. Nonetheless, it's that, and it always has been so much more. And I think this does a good job of showing it. It's interesting. But yeah.
How many movies are they doing altogether? Is it just 3, or is there more?
They have 5 planned.
5
and,
planned. Okay.
I'm hoping they make it to 4 and 5. I think 4 and 5 will be drastically different than the first 3. The first 2 specifically. And I think 3's. This is very much the Empire Strikes Back of the Avatar franchise so far, and it's fun. And I did show you the other day. I might as well pick it up again, because I went crazy. I did. Oh God, I'm stepping on things. I did turn my entire thing off yesterday by stepping on that. I gotta be careful. We've got a popcorn bucket. We've got a crazy freaking popcorn bucket.
That's
now,
cool.
If I could fly on top of one of these just by putting my hair into it, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be flying. But I'm pretty happy with that. It was a little expensive. Yeah. But hey, you get the ones that are going to look good behind you.
Support your local theater, right?
Exactly. And I don't know if the flagship Regal, because the 2 closest Regals to me are the ones used in all the commercials. So we do have the fancy Regals. But nonetheless, support the local theaters if possible. Do you need to watch 1 and 2 to get the most out of 3? We did, my roommates and I, but one of my roommates had never seen the first 2. So that was fun to just kind of rewatch. And the second we turned on the first one, he didn't move from a seat for 3 hours. It was kind of one of those, oh, I've never really wanted to watch that. I've never really felt the need to watch it. Sure, yeah. And then it was more.
Yeah.
For a long time, which was awesome to see.
Yeah.
I bet the cinema staff hate those buckets. They don't usually make you open them. I asked not to put the popcorn in it. I said, can you just put it in a side bucket and let me keep that in the bag so I don't have to worry about it? And they do. Right. They let you do that.
Yeah.
Is the popcorn bucket made out of unobtainium? I wish. That's a pool toy. That being said, though, yes, we watched all three or both of them. The first one, I don't know if it's as necessary to watch. I think the second one is more necessary to watch prior to the third one. That being said, you could probably just watch a YouTube recap.
Right.
I'm kind of disappointed they didn't re-release the first two in movie theaters.
That would have been cool.
They did for the second one. They released the first one again, and they did all 40X for all of them, and that was a really good time. I'm shocked they didn't. I really am. I think it would have been a lot of fun. Campio said in his out of theater reaction that it was 30 minutes too long. Do you agree? Absolutely not, honestly. I think it was just the right amount of time for what they wanted to tell. It didn't feel like it was as long as it didn't feel like a 3-hour, 15-minute movie. It truly didn't. The only time that I felt like it was dragging on a little bit was in that first act, whenever you're like, okay, we're kind of just going through the motions right quick, but you can't throw out going through the motions and getting yourself back up the pace. Because that's the only time it really could have been thrown out. I didn't see his out of theater reaction, but I did see part of the live. I think on Friday, and I think he said there was like a scene you could take out or two. You can say that about just about any film, and let's just look at Lord of the Rings and look at those theatrical cuts rather than the things that contextually make the film that much better.
Yeah.
I like the context that makes the film that much more rich and informed. If it can be cut out thematically, it probably should be cut out, but I don't think anything that was put in there could thematically be cut out, if that makes sense. And it remain as contextually relevant as it is, you know? Cool. Hello, Heather Star. We've seen Harry Potter. We don't usually talk about him all the time, but I guess we probably will.
Yeah. I guess there's a show coming out, right? Has it?
Yeah.
Is that next? I guess it would have to be next year. Is it next year?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to watch that, I suppose. Well, I will anyway.
This was a big thing for, I remember Campia saying, the high frame rate, No. Hey, I don't mind saying it. It's perfectly decriminalized and everything here. I was joking about the mycelium earlier. I ate a couple mushrooms before going in to see that movie. If anybody was going to be worried about the high frame rate, it is hello. No. It's jarring because we're not used to films like it, and it is a film that, of course, James Cameron still wants you to have those 3D glasses on in your movie theater, so it can be jarring to a degree, but really not. Like it's so photorealistic that it can throw you off for a second. And there are scenes that feel like you're in a video game. So I wouldn't say the high frame rate's the issue. I would say there are a couple of times that I was confused why it's not shaky cam, obviously, because it's not someone walking with it, but you can tell that, we're following this journey, which in 40X was kind of fun, of course. But that I feel like could be a little jarring for folks. I wouldn't say it's the frame rate. I think it's the way certain scenes were filmed, especially like hopping off of one of those Ekron, like little flying reptile things.
Right.
Those kind of moments could be a little jarring because it wasn't true shaky cam, but it was shaking enough to make you feel like you were jumping off of the animal with the character that's jumping off the animal. And especially I could see in a non-40X film that being, what are we doing real quick? And it's not a high frame rate issue. It's an issue of the way those were filmed momentarily. Shutter angle, kind of, sort of. Yeah. That's actually fairly similar. But with I wouldn't even say the high frame rate as well, but just with you knowing you're not in a earthen kind of territory, your brain automatically goes, oh, this is funky, just for a moment or two. But I don't think it's nearly enough to take you out of the film. If anything, it adds something to it that, it is a little jarring whenever you see it, but you almost appreciate it walking out of it because you're like, I don't think any other film's ever done that. Earthen, we come from Earth. We come from Earth. Earthen is Earth-based. Or Terran, I could use Novin, something. I don't know.
Parallel universe.
But it's cool. All that being said, Avatar was a damn good time, and I very much would suggest going to see it. We Earthen men. Yeah. We do all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mostly sci-fi.
Yeah. Maybe we'll lean into more fantasy in the future.
We've got some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Ideas down the road, you know?
Yep.
All of that being said, Avatar Fire and Ash, worth it. Go check it out. Enjoy it. We'll be talking about it for the next couple weeks, if not couple months. Y'all know how Avatar films tend to go. This thing's not leaving the theater anytime soon, and that is a wonderful thing. I wish more movies could be in the same boat there. It's worthin' men. So, outside of that, should we talk a little Fallout?
Sure. The first episode?
Sure.
Well, that's all that's been, I guess. What else can we talk about?
Have you been watching fan theories or anything like that online?
Haven't had a chance to yet. I do want to watch. I like watching some recaps and stuff just to people pick up on things that maybe I don't pick up on. So I like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been riding that high all week. That has just been such a fun show. I'm excited that we're talking about it as often as we're talking about it.
Yeah, I just want to see what the next thing is going to be, because it was a lot of like, oh, remember all this stuff happened, and now let's set up for what's going to happen with these characters. But we have to get back to the Maximus, and that's what it looks like the next episode is going to be, kind of focusing on what's going on with those guys and him. So, yeah.
Oh, Mana Recaps is great. That's a great suggestion, Peter.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but the Easter eggs alone were amazing. I showed my roommate that was watching all the Avatar films with me this past week and hadn't seen them before. He hadn't seen Fallout till last night, and we watched it again last night as kind of a household with a couple other people over, and two of them had never seen Fallout or played the Fallout games or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, I still enjoy the show, even though I don't play the games or anything. I mean, I've gotten myself a little more familiar with the games through other videos and what the different vaults did as far as experiments and stuff like that. But I'm really enjoying it as someone who's never played the game and probably never will, because I just don't have time. But yeah.
I think it's doing everything it needs to do to attract new viewers. Both the folks that watched it with us last night didn't see season 1. Literally couldn't have less of an interest in Fallout.
Right.
And they're like, all right. One of them's our new roommate, and one of them's my buddy's girlfriend, and the two of them were like, they sat down, they watched it, and they have both started season 1 now. So I think season 2 is doing the necessary things to get new viewers on, get old viewers to get excited again. It was a bit of a slow episode, especially going back and rewatching it. It takes a lot of time to actually get things moving, but it definitely trods you along well enough along the way with interesting tidbits that you're like, okay, I understand this episode's a little slower, but this is going to have something. That Vault 24 is going to have something. There's no way Norm unfreezing everybody's not going to have something. Hank's doing something. Robert House, is that Robert House? Is it Anthony House? Which Mr. House is this? What the hell is happening with him? There's a lot of good questions that they've already kind of tossed on us.
And flea soup.
Don't forget the flea soup. Anybody mention that?
No.
Oh God, I literally I made that joke while they were watching it last night, because I guess the two of them had never seen it, and then my roommate had not seen the episode yet. So when they were walking up with the Ghoul and Lucy, I was like, "Are y'all hungry? I could use some soup right now." And they just were looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? It's 10:30 at night. We're not ordering soup, you know? And they both looked at me as they see the Ghoul and Lucy walk up to the little shack, and you see the soup sign on the wall. They just both look over at me like, I was like, all right. Yep. It made me chuckle. And the second they went, The lady over there went,
I was like,
eat all the fleas in there. There were some audible reactions. It was a great little moment. I enjoyed it.
yeah. And the crackers too was funny. But anyway.
Watching it in person. Yeah. You want crackers? They're in my other other pants, whatever I'm trying to say. Oh, Lucy was so polite. It was great.
Yeah.
The whole dinosaur pool scene brought back good memories. Mm-hmm. That's the one scene that we're a little held up on. At least we were on the Radical Wasteland this past Friday. Because I do agree. I do absolutely love the scene for the falloutness of it all. But also in the falloutness of it all, I wish that was anywhere else besides Novak. I feel like they did Novak a disservice. And Greg and I were mentioning, and I think, Sarah, you're kind of on the same wavelength as us, was it did kind of feel a little bit regressive in what Lucy learned the season before. Right. And I wouldn't think it was an easy walk from Los Angeles to outside of New Vegas.
No, I mean, they were talking about how she was starving, and that's why they went there. They came up with that whole scheme in the first place. Yeah.
Which, at that point, you're kind of desperate and you're ready to do some stuff. She knows how the wasteland works. Like she mentions to the guys she's trying to get to go to Option C. It's not a pretty wasteland, and not great things happen far more often than they don't. She could have... probably should have thought about the things she learned from season 1 a little bit. That being said, it is Lucy trying to very much be Lucy. Y'all got to listen to B-Sod, of course. You got to. But yeah. That being said, it is a very fun Lucy moment. It feels very much like the character that they've introduced to us. I just hope that character continues to evolve throughout. We do see her continue to evolve later in the episode when they're going through Vault 24 and they're talking to her dad through the whole thing.
Right. That creepy scene with the zombie dude, or the mind control dude, or whatever it was. But
quick, just for those.
I guess. Yeah. We're just kind of going off here.
Excuse me. But yeah, she should have gone to Sarah Connor T2. I think we're working our way up there. Yeah. I think her and the Ghoul are going to have a change of thought on how both of them work, and that might be reverted back again. Who knows?
Right. Maybe they'll kind of balance each other out, where he'll become a little better and she'll become a little worse, or whatever, in terms of their attitudes about killing people.
We're definitely starting to see those threads be placed there. How much they're tugged on, we will see over the next 7 weeks, which will be fun. But yeah, I thought that she did actually show that character evolution whenever they were in Vault 24 after her dad put the chip on the back of the son's head, and then the Sugar Bombs conversation was going on. Hey, Sugar Bomb, just like nothing's wrong at all, while this guy's literally possessed by a machine. His dad being friendly on the other side. Hey, sweetie. She's like, sure, I'm gonna explode this guy's head talking to me. I don't want to talk to you, Dad. Right. In that moment, she was very much saying, well, because the Ghoul asked her, he said, are you going to listen to your dad? He said, no. I'm going to go find him and bring him to justice. Obviously, her version of justice is a little bit naive still, specifically in the viewpoint of the Ghoul.
Yeah. Well, and it is her father we're talking about, so maybe she's,
He also has specifically told her, I will not leave anybody alive. All the factions have to die so we can come and open up a new world.
A new world order.
Oh, wow. Great.
Yeah, I didn't remember the Sugar Bombs thing either, but I suppose that box of cereal was an Easter egg from the game, I just assumed.
There's a lot of, if you see Yum Yum deviled eggs, Instamash, Sugar Bombs.
Yeah, Nuka-Cola.
Nuka-Cola. Sunset Sarsaparilla here soon, because now we're in the Vegas territory. They almost had a whole different type of soda just for themselves. I wonder if we're going to see, you can collect bottle caps throughout the game, of course. It's money in the game and the show. In New Vegas specifically, you can collect Blue Star Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps. And in that kind of manner of things, you can get some special prizes and do some stuff like that. I'd be intrigued to see if they're going to find any Blue Star bottle caps. I don't think they do anything with it because it's far too long of a quest for not enough reward, especially for a TV show. It would be fun to see them just Easter egg it and just have one somewhere. I'm sure it will happen. I should have rewatched season 1, but I have so much stuff to watch right now. It's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Oh, we understand it. We understand it. Trying to keep up with too much just to talk about it half the time. That you get behind some of the things you love. I still haven't watched Pandora and Foundation, and it's going to kill me if I don't finish those by the end of the year. That's going to get me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just an embarrassment of riches with how much there is to actually watch.
Yeah. And we got to make our nominations for our SciTrek. What do we call them again?
Our Chevron Awards.
Yeah. Chevron Awards. That's what
I do have a lot of things written down, and I need to go ahead and send them out there to the group.
Yeah. So we can all make sure we've watched everything and
have it all in order. And,
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch all the sci-fi too. I have to catch up on Andor and Foundation.
Yeah.
Green apple cigarettes. No say.
Sounds more like a vaping thing.
Those are old candy cigarettes that you used to get just from like little candy shops. By the end of season 2,
although there were still actual candy you could buy when I was a kid. The candy cigarettes.
Oh yeah. I
mean, now you can get them at some old-fashioned candy store or whatever. But I was around when they were you could just
candy stores.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only one I know to go get them in is an old-fashioned candy store down in Galveston now. I'm sure there'd be places around here. It's Los Angeles. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
Littlefinger, David over here. By the end of season 2 of Fallout, do you think it will have the record for exploding heads? It's going to come close if it does not.
Yeah.
The Boys with, I think season 3 was popping heads left and right. But
The Boys
Fallout
is
season 2 it's coming in with some fire there.
Yeah, that was a little that escalated quickly a bit when in that back alley scene where it was like boom. I'm like, oh, okay, we're going there. Just like this season's a little darker as far as that kind of stuff goes.
Oh, and it's so immediate too. Whoever this house is walks outside after kind of getting a little rough and tussling with these guys, and it's like, okay, I'm going to go outside and get ready for a fight. Stands there, doesn't do anything, says, hit me. I think it'll feel good. And I love the line right after when he's standing back up. He's like, I'm not wrong often. He's like, but here's $31 million in my trunk real quick. You want it? Put this on the back of your neck real quick. Ooh. We know. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put the thing in something for this year, but we can have an award that is most closely related to the thing every year.
Are they making a second one? Is that actually true? Or, because you always see those AI movie posters or whatever of whatever. But so I'm like, what's true, what's not? I'm not sure. Anyway.
I don't think so. I can Google it real quick.
I think so.
Because I don't think there's a second. Because isn't it based off of a novel? Well, no, is the first movie and then the novel and then the second movie, which we're most familiar with, and then there's the third remake. Oh, yes, there are strong indications and recent teases from director John Carpenter around late 2024, early 2025 that a sequel to his classic horror film, The Thing, is officially in the works.
Cool.
SciFi, SYFI, not our favorite version of sci-fi, of course, but they did release an article on November 13th that he said, we're working on it in October of 2025 at Fan Expo Philadelphia. I don't know. We'll see. So it's kind of a maybe.
Maybe it's sort of in development, trying to get somebody to sign off on it.
That might very well be it. He very well might just be kind of fishing for a distributor or somebody to help make the actual project.
Yeah.
Oh, the AI trailers are just the worst. You can never find a real one.
Yeah.
The only way you can find it now is just to look for the actual studio that's dropping the trailer half the time, or if it says IGN or just one of the outlets that you would expect to be allowed to drop the trailer.
Yeah.
Hope Kurt Russell's on board. I always hope Kurt Russell's on board.
Yep.
Open to bribes. SciTrek, here we come. Right here, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Amazon. We're open to some Star Trek, Stargate. All of the treks, all of the gates, anything Star, bring it to us, and we'll talk about it. We like to, you know. Carpenter's very on and off with his films. He's way more on than he is off, but there are some off ones.
Yeah.
Gate Trek. It happens, you know. But Fallout, Avatar, there's a lot of fun stuff going on this week. Is there anything else that y'all are interested in or want to talk about? Anything specifically y'all want to know or talk about from Fallout or Avatar or anything? Still waiting for that Big Trouble in Little China 4K.
Is that supposed to be coming out? Anyway, my husband likes that movie.
It's a great film. So digital media, physical media, excuse me, Monk. I am most worried about that in the net. Not most worried about that, but I'm very much worried about if Netflix does win that bid, there won't be any physical media left. Even if they are willing to go to theaters and become a theatrical company.
Yeah.
What's the need for DVDs if you have Netflix? You know, it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's just digital is all profit mostly, right? Whereas if you have to actually produce something that costs money,
it's a whole thing. There are boutique. I can't even speak anymore. There are boutique labels. Criterion, of course. Kino Lorber, Lionsgate, Grub. Yeah, but you end up having to pay for boutique a lot of times. You know. I'm worried that all of this is going to lead to the lessening of physical media, which is already late stage in a way. You know. And it just feels like it's going to continue on. And loads of series were saved by DVD sales. It's a weird thing that we don't have that medium anymore.
Or it's going to become a very niche, kind of like vinyl albums. Everybody thought those would go away, and then there was kind of a resurgence. Maybe it'll end up being something like that.
I think there is to a degree, but there's not a big enough difference in what you're watching on the streaming service versus what you're getting on the 4K Blu-ray or whatever the fancy thing is, because they're going to have the equivalent of whatever a 4K Blu-ray is either available on your TV for a setting for you or in the actual streaming service to put up on your TV. There's a lot of the time where you can. I'm not saying I like it, Monk. I'm just saying I think vinyl for music, there's a much more audible difference than I don't think there's a vast enough difference in the visual difference between a streaming service and a Blu-ray thing, because you can set your TV to nicer things. You can set your streaming services to the nicer qualities where it might not be that exact spec that 4K Blu-ray is going to get you. Because yes, they are totally. And depend on your internet speed. But if you have that, which a lot of people have,
if you have good internet connection, then
you're fine now.
And a good TV. But if you don't,
and as much as I respect and will always want to be with you on that same boat, I just don't know if it's the general public's best kind of thought.
Yeah, because people, because you can just sit in your chair and like press a button and you have the movie and can watch it. You don't have to go out to a store and you can just sit at home and buy it, and there you go.
There's definitely that.
Even if the quality's a little bit worse, some people like the convenience, so.
Yeah, what happens if your internet goes out at a certain point?
Then you're Nothing you can do. That's the
Yeah.
downside.
Uh-huh.
You know?
You know,
Unless you can, set up a what do you call it? A server in your house where you download all your DVDs onto, you know? But then that's internet-based too, I guess, with your home Wi-Fi, so unless you have it all wired, but whatever. Not getting into the technical
yeah,
side. I
that's a
don't know.
whole.
That's about as deep as I know anything about, so yeah. My husband's setting that up at our house right now.
My internet was out for 3 weeks. I nearly didn't make it.
Oh, that would suck.
You might need to call Brit if that's the case.
Yeah, yeah. We had the app and we were out for, like, 3 days, and that was like, ugh. But we had, you know, cell data at least was
That's good,
working,
yeah.
but not
Which
very great.
nowadays you can get unlimited, which is
Yeah.
much more consistent and affordable rather than what it was 10 years ago, thankfully.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that saves the day, which I don't want to drill in the whole dying of actual physical media, but
Mhm.
if you have bad internet and then you have really good data, there
Mhm.
you go. Like it's
Yeah.
all there's too many ways to solve that problem, and I
Yeah.
hate that it is that capability now. I also don't hate that capability because hey, we're moving up as a species in the world to some degree. I don't know the right way to say that one either.
Mhm.
But it is a weird dichotomy of
Yeah.
physical versus digital media, and I don't think that whole thing's ending anytime soon. Yeah, there are also a lot of films that are on physical that won't be on streaming
Mhm.
because of a lack of demand. Yeah,
That is
especially in the
true.
last couple of years.
Yeah. Yep.
Movies are edited for today's morals. The French Connection is a great example. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, even something as simple as I was
Mhm.
watching Core
Yes.
War Crew earlier this week.
Mhm.
Great YouTube channel. We've talked about
Yeah.
them before. The VFX folks.
Yep.
They had the guy who's done a whole bunch of stuff, but he was
Mhm.
hired by Spielberg in the early 2000s. I think like 2001 or 2 or 3, somewhere in that range,
Mhm.
when it was ET's 20th anniversary or whatever it was. And
Right.
I mean, that's 20 years ago. Nowadays, the same thing probably happens fairly frequently. But all the agents in ET all had their guns. Do, get the alien. And in the early 2000s, they re-edited all of that footage into we have walkie-talkies now. Get the alien, get the alien, get the alien, get the alien. So no more pew pew, more oh go get them. And that
Yeah.
is just editing.
Yeah, that to me, that's a little troubling. I don't like that, you know.
I really don't.
Revisionist, whatever, you know, anything is
I
not good, I don't think.
understand George Lucasing
But
it a little bit to like enhance your film or something like that to
Mhm.
the filmmaker's
Yeah.
specific vision, you know. Don't
Mhm.
love that George Lucas
Yeah.
went back and touched all the Star Wars stuff either, you know. I don't know if we need a
Yeah,
fun new
some of
singing
that was
dance
like,
act
you know,
at the
the Han
beginning
shot
of
first
Jedi.
thing, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
He looked it a bit.
Mhm.
It's just I think that's the most prevalent aspect of physical media is it's a one way of preserving our cinematic history. I have films on disc here that aren't on
Yeah.
streaming services.
Oh, I
That
agree.
and probably what you just said
Yeah.
as well is you
Yeah.
have a lot of films that are
Mhm.
the actual version of the film that aired originally rather than what is just on the streaming service now. What not only has Spielberg or George Lucas or whoever decided, oh
Mhm.
yeah, this is the edit that I want over here, and you're contractually obligated to put that there. Oh yeah, but now we
Mhm.
signed a new contract to be able to put it on the streaming service. Oh, and to do that, the studio actually wants to go in and edit this, this, and this out of here and change this, this, and this as well. It's not going to be minor.
Yeah.
I mean, big things, just minor things, but enough where if you've seen it a bunch of times, there are fundamental differences, and it's
Yeah.
becoming too prevalent, too prevalent.
Yeah,
But
and a lot of
also,
people aren't even gonna notice it, you know, which is sad, but
no, vast majority don't.
yeah.
You don't see the pluribus humans shooting the alien entity. Oh, I don't know what that means. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, Popcorn. I got to catch up so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, really? In Yu-Gi-Oh, they erased all the guns and gave them pointer fingers. Ooh, oh, that's funny. That's actually really funny. I already have a couple. And you know, hey,
Mhm.
I'm born and raised in Texas, you can kind of guess how I was raised around and think about things on specifically that side of things. I'm not crazy or nothing, but hey, you don't have to paint everything out. History is history. Things are things. Retroactively changing everything is just as dangerous as putting something in a film or something in the first place. If not far more dangerous, because now you're erasing what people have known for a long time. Talk about Mandela effects. That just accidentally creates a bunch sometimes, There's question. Stranger Things has created a Mandela effect too. That's an interesting one. But yeah, I have Blu-rays I can no longer play. I have a Betamax player and tapes. No clue if it still works.
Yeah.
That's one bad thing about kind of stuff like that as well, is how do you keep it up to date without hurting what's the data that's on the disc or whatever.
Right.
The rubber bullets perish. They do. They also have things on Netflix here on disc. They're best. Looking at Witcher season 1, hey, and most of season 2. Just after that, just run for the hills so fast. Hey, Alex is actually pulling up to the range. That's fun. Merry Christmas. And just
have fun.
While we're sitting here, don't forget the 26th. I'm trying to make it fun and a special day, but I think we're going to try to do a longer stream on the 26th as our not end of the year necessarily, but our Christmas special. And we are debating possibly doing something for New Year's. We have talked about it, but I don't know if we have set plans in stone just yet necessarily. By far, the best part of the new Fallout episode was the Twin Peaks reference. That moment was choice. Yes, it was. Greg, if you watch our replay, Greg was like, he did the whole Leonardo DiCaprio thing for a second. He was like, pointed at the screen. It was great. Oh, you have the thing and the prequel on DVD.
All right.
Oh.
The prequel was what was it? It came from outer space or whatever it was called. It wasn't The Thing. It had a different name. Anyway, The Thing from somewhere.
Not yet, popcorn. Yeah, shoot. Okay, we've talked about Fallout. We've talked about all the different things. Anything else you want? Oh, you know what? I think it was Monk. Yeah, Monk actually asked us a good question. Do you think Avatar 3 will make $1 billion? From someone who has not seen it yet and is literally just kind of going in cold opening, yes or no? What do you think?
Probably. Where's it at right now? 2 billion. It's not even at 1 yet, right? So
no, but the first two made. Let's see how much they both made. Oh, I can't type. Okay. Every time I see those numbers, it's just so much.
Oh, wow. It was 2009. Wow, that long ago. Okay.
And see, they could have re-released it and gotten to $3 billion if they really wanted to.
Right.
I bet you that's their plan by the fifth one. So yeah, the first one was 2.92 billion worldwide. Avatar: Way of Water was 2.34 billion globally. And what it says, it's still in theaters for Avatar: Fire and Ash, but projections place it around the $2 billion range, potentially establishing a new norm for the franchise's success. I think it will make that, and I truly hope it does. This might be a little controversial to say, and I think the Dune movies are a better spiritual successor, which is kind of funny to say because Avatar is so spiritual. Yeah. But between Dune and Avatar, and I think it leans closer to Dune, I think they're the closest things to Lord of the Rings that we'll ever see. Maybe ever see again. Hopefully not. but it's definitely the closest things we've ever seen so far to Lord of the Rings. That
I could agree with
scale
that.
of epicness.
Yeah, having like multiple films and they're all being successful, and yeah.
Dune, I think, is the one that we all want to feel like the same way.
Yes.
And it is in a lot of ways. It just didn't hit the cultural zeitgeist in the same way. Where Avatar does all the different things Lord of the Rings did. Maybe not as well, of course. But it captured a very similar zeitgeist that Lord of the Rings held. And it's not as culturally relevant now still, and it's not something that sits in people's brains. And hey, like people joke about the Roman Empire. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? You could make the same joke about how often do you think about Skyrim or Fallout or Lord of the Rings lore? And I think including all four of those, the Roman Empire, Fallout, Skyrim, and Lord of the Rings, there's probably not a day that I don't think about something from one of those things, you know? Realistically.
It just makes me think of that, then when that was a thing online, do you think about the Roman Empire? I asked my husband that question. I don't remember. I think he said it was kind of often.
Yes.
I don't know if it was every day, but it's like, okay.
There's always something, you know? But yeah, it's I just don't think that there are as many filmmakers or films willing to take that kind of charge and risk in making a film that grandiose and epic. And in a lot of ways, rightfully so, studios don't want to pay for that. There's a lot more risk with that reward, you know. It's a weird dichotomy there.
Hello.
And I don't know. I hope we get back to the grandiosity of what was without maybe having to for films that cost how much they do now. Obviously, we've been talking about that a lot the last year and a half or two. And we've seen some mid-budget things, kind of like The Creator was an epic, awesome, globe-trotting thing.
Right.
That was
that this year? That was last year, wasn't it?
I think it was 2 years ago now.
2 years ago now? Oh wow.
I think so, actually. I'll Google it.
I watched it like later, so maybe that's why I'm.
Yeah, 2023.
Okay. Maybe I watched it in 24. I don't remember, but
it's just, I hope we get more things like that. That wasn't as much of a 4-quadrant movie, say, as Lord of the Rings or Avatar is. I do actually plan on making an Avatar video, just to give you all a little heads up. About, I think the best thing that Avatar has going for it is also the thing that kind of makes it the least interesting thing that you just know about and you don't really think about, you know, is it is such a 4-quadrant movie. It's got something for literally everyone, that it also has nothing for everyone at the same time. And I'll explain more of that in the video, of course. Keep your eyes out. Timothée Chalamet's only signed on for 3 films. Are we talking Dune now? Oh, you know what? The one thing that pissed me off, my roommate as well, whenever we went to go see Avatar, which it didn't. I say that, but it pissed me off after we got home and started talking about it. Was they didn't show the Avengers Doomsday trailer or the Odyssey trailer. We were supposed to get both an Avengers Doomsday trailer before Avatar: Fire and Ash and Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. We got there 40 minutes early. I get there 25 minutes late because I know how long the previews last typically. And I got there early. I haven't been early to a movie in 4 or 5 years. They didn't show either one of the trailers. That was a little disappointing. But how much do you think Doomsday will make? The next Avengers movie. Monk ass. Yes.
Maybe $1 billion.
I'm kind of with you. I think I'm gonna lowball it at $750 million. That's my low ball, which I expect it to make more. My high ball is 1.3. I think people are just so pissed off with them Marvel's just not what it was, and this will be a litmus test to see if the next movie makes more than $1.5 billion. Because the next, and I guess not the next movie, but the next Avengers movie. Because I know we have Doomsday and then Secret Wars after that. But there is the Spider-Man movie and I guess the Spider-Man and the Hulk movie are the one and the same. I don't know exactly. Yeah. Something like that.
I'm kind of burned out on the whole superhero thing. It just seems like it's the same wash, rinse, repeat to me.
Spider-Man into life. That's right. Because they were supposed to show a Spider-Man trailer too. That's what my roommate was saying. I forgot about that till you just said that. But yeah, Joey brings up a great way to say that. Avengers Doomsday, might as well name it Disney Doomsday, just for what you were just saying, Sarah. Is like, I don't.
Yeah. And the fact that they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back, just why? I don't get it.
Yeah. And hey, people always say this, and then how many times do they go see the movies? How much money do they spend going to do that? People say this all day, and literally the case in point is that it's the first and the third most highest grossing film ever. Yeah. So people say that all day, but literally the track record is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
But also with the Doomsday stuff, I think as much as I love the science fiction aspect of multiverse stuff,
right?
The way that not just Marvel but superheroes have handled it, I don't know if I think that's just as much of a problem as just the kind of superhero fatigue.
I definitely have it. I'm just like, I just don't care. I can't seem to get myself to care. I haven't seen I don't know, maybe I'll check out trailers and see, but it's like it looks cool, but it's just like, okay, I've seen this movie already.
Yeah. What was it? I just feel like multiverses are lazy writing. See, I love multiverses, and I actually think the exact opposite when they're utilized well. The problem is, a lot of the times they're not, and it just turns into lazy writing. So, like, a lot of them are, and it's just obviously not everything can be everything ever all at once.
Too many times, yeah.
So. Well, yeah, because multiverse equals reset, repeat. That's what they use it as, rather than because if you really wanted to utilize multiverse and do it well, consequences exacerbate. Everything that happens almost for less of a reason, and you have to fight more for a reason to find something. There's some of the best thematic storytelling that you could have in multiverse stuff. And instead it ends up being that reset, repeat, wash, rinse, toss it in your dishwasher and take it out and let's start eating again. And it's a disservice to all of us. Sarah, question. Who has the upper hand at this point?
DC Marvel. DC's never been good. Sorry. No offense. Well, the Arrowverse on the CW that was good. But I think it's Marvel just does it better.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Let's try to go through these comments real quick. My bad. Oh, look. Only Rick and Morty did it right. Sure. Yeah. That's I don't know if it's only them, but it is. They definitely utilize the stakes so much better than giant, huge budgeted films that literally took 8-9 months of people's lives to make, and it just ends up being rinse and repeat rather than, hey, Rick and Morty can literally do 10 half-hour episodes about it every year for a decade, and every single idea is sure that there are rinse and repeats in Rick and Morty, but they make sure to do them in a fun way and turn those on their head. Come on, learn from them, y'all. Like, hey, the Russo brothers and Dan Harmon's show, where the Russo brothers got their start, is the reason we have the Russo brothers making Avengers movies and Captain America movies as good as they are. Maybe they don't do as well when they're not working with Marvel, but they make some grandiose, really cool projects. Maybe everybody making multiversal things should listen to, again, Dan Harmon, he's the man. He knows how to make some good art. Perlmutter did it better. Ike Perlmutter? Is that what you're talking about? I like my heroes like Daredevil more grounded in reality, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that Dark Knight, Daredevil, so on and so forth.
Right. Which that was this year, wasn't it? That Daredevil second season, or it was third season?
Yeah.
Fourth season? Whatever it was. Anyway.
I would get my money back at the Avatar showing I went to did not have the Odyssey prologue on it. After we got home, we were so pissed off. We were like, wait, the Odyssey's my roommate mentioned the Spider-Man part, and then the Doomsday was just like, come on. But yeah, you were saying DC does not have the upper hand still.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the only thing they really did well was the Arrowverse. But any of the movies, I haven't really liked any of them. I mean, I think the first Wonder Woman movie was all right. I guess the newest Superman is all right. But yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Supergirl.
Marvel just seems
that trailer?
Know what they're doing. No, I haven't. I got to keep up on. I got to make a note to like check in on trailers a couple of times a week because I always just forget about that. And I don't watch like enough TV. You know, everything I have has no ads, so I don't really see a lot of commercials and stuff. And trailers are mostly online now, anyway, right? So, yeah.
The Supergirl trailer. I am a huge fan of Millie Alcock. After House of the Dragon, I'll watch her in anything she does. She is a phenomenal performer, a great actress.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what she does with the character. That being said, that was, excuse my French, the shittiest trailer I think we've seen all year. It was awful. It was so bad. The trailer it looks like it popped out of the CW. It looks like it's just joining the Arrowverse, but I would rather have Melissa Benoist. I don't remember how to say her name. Who played Supergirl there, because it would seem not, I don't know, it's not a serious tonally, because, you know, Melissa isn't getting drunk all the time like this Supergirl is going to be. But it was very much, and it's supposed to be kind of like college age party girl, hey, but also my life's kind of sucked. My whole entire planet got destroyed, and let me drink it off, you know? Yeah, Supergirl, I'm so drunk, and I don't.
You can kind of tell what the story's going to be, you know, drunk party girl, something happens, she pulls it together and gets serious and becomes a hero in the end. Ooh, surprise!
Your cousin inspires you. It's
yeah.
It feels like Guardians of the Galaxy light, even though James Gunn's not directing it. I love Craig Gillespie. Is it Craig Gillespie, or is that the guy from Reason? Supergirl director, real quick. Hold up. I like Craig Gillespie too as well. Craig Gillespie, that is the guy. There's an editor for the magazine Reason, and that's who I thought I was saying.
Melissa Benoist.
Yeah, it's just Benoit, isn't it? The S is what's throwing me off. If it was just the T, I would know it as Benoit.
I think that's Benoit. I don't know. I've heard it before. I can't remember. Anyway, that chick from that thing, you know, so
not Benoit. Yeah, definitely not Benoit. Yeah, one way or another. As much as I absolutely adore Millie Alcock, I truly adore her as a performer, and I think as a person. She's not one of those people that got a bunch of notoriety for a little bit and was like, let me go crazy. It's more like she's got her head on her shoulders, and she's going to probably have an amazing career, and I'm ecstatic to follow it.
Right. I mean, I guess this is a way to get some recognition. If it's successful, then that might open the door for, you know, networking, whatever.
I hope it's
anyway,
actually a good show, a good movie.
Right.
Oh, is it go time?
Yep. About 5 minutes. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. We'll call it at old noon time here. But yeah, as great as she is, that trailer's so bad. Even after the one thing that really most people are annoyed that it wasn't a great trailer. It felt Guardians of the Galaxy like. Millie Alcock didn't really do a whole bunch in the trailer. She's just kind of drinking here, and then she's drinking there, and then she's drinking over here. And then it's like, oh, cool, woohoo, you know. None of that annoyed me as much as Crypto. I love Crypto, the super dog. I love dogs. I'm an animal kind of person. The trailer did need more Lobo. Everything always needs more Lobo. But Lobo's not in the story in the comics that they're basing this off of, so he might literally just be in there for a few moments just for the sake of it. We'll see. Crypto snot. well, the thing that pisses me off about Crypto, and even after Superman, because Superman's all right. Superman, I enjoyed. Sitting back with it, I feel like James Gunn knows how people talk about dogs. After John Wick, we all know how people talk about dogs, you know? I feel like that's the only thought that he has with the dog. It's so superficial that it's like, here's the emotion you're supposed to have. I'm going to put Crypto over here, and now you know the emotion that I want you to have right here, but I'm not going to actually do any of the work that requires you to have that emotion thematically. I want you to have that emotion because I put a dog on screen. And I feel like it's just such a cheat code and not even a good cheat code that's like, oh, that's let me move forward. No, it's at the chagrin of the story at hand. And it lessens what could be so much more. I love dogs. I love Crypto. Crypto is an awesome character. I grew up watching Crypto, the super dog on just growing up on TV, you know? It's a disservice to James Gunn is often too deliberately contrary, and I think that is very much the case, especially with like the monkeys, I guess, in that, and Nathan Fillion, Guy Gardner was a little deliberately contrary to just the casting, because it should be a guy in his mid-20s, you know. But I love Nathan Fillion and everything, of course. That being said, it just was I don't think the way Crypto is utilized is doing an honor or a service to the people that are watching the films. And who do you make the films for? Yourself or the audience? A little bit of both. But you got to at least have that thought for the audience as well, and not say, you know what, let me cheat their emotions and take the lesser route here. I don't know. Anything else before we hop out of here that you can think of that we should jump on?
No, we're no Farscape Trion this week.
Yes. No Farscape Trion this week. And I guess we'll see again. No Outpost, but Wednesday we still will be hanging out at. I think we're back to normal scheduling for Fallout, because they did drop it at 6 p.m. a day early this past week. Their normal drop schedule still online seems to be Wednesday at midnight Pacific Standard Time.
Right. Which is Christmas Eve, isn't it? Oh, no, that's next week. Or is it? Wait. Is it? No, that's this week. I'm confusing myself.
Oh, it literally is.
Yeah. Christmas Eve. Or Christmas Day, I guess that would be.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Oh, no. I guess it would be Tuesday night going into Wednesday.
Okay.
It's Wednesday, so it is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will see you Christmas Eve for some more Fallout.
Yep.
And then we'll see you. Oh, wow. Oh, maybe the 26th isn't going to work for our Christmas special.
Oh, because we're supposed to do Radical Wasteland.
It's a Radical Wasteland Day.
Yeah. We'll combine them. Hey, we'll talk about Radical Wasteland and then segue into just hanging out. I don't know.
I'm thinking, because I know it's our Christmas special, we might combine Christmas and the end of the year. Would that maybe work? Oh, you're off. What day is everything again? 30th? 31st.
Or New Year's Eve.
Okay, we're going to have to figure that one out. We're gonna have to discuss behind the scenes and figure out everybody's schedules and such. You make the first film for the audience, and in the second film, you put in screaming goats. David.
Yeah. Oh, I hated that. That was so horrible. I get what they were trying to do, but it was too much. It would have been fine maybe to do it once, but to keep doing it, it was no. You know?
And same thing with, I think that once I would have chuckled and had a funny time with it.
Yeah.
Again, same thing with Stormbreaker and Mjolnir having their little love triangle with Thor. Like, does he want this hammer or does he want this hammer? Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Mm-hmm.
And poor Taika. He just Hunt for the Wilder People, Jojo Rabbit. The dude's one of the best filmmakers on the planet. And I hate it. I hate to agree with it.
Yeah.
Directors need to be controlled a little bit.
Sometimes
if not, you
end
up with that.
Is he What We Do in Shadows too?
Yeah, he did What We Do in the Shadows.
I saw the movie, but I haven't watched the series. I should do that.
He's much more involved with the movie.
It's totally like my kind of humor. I love it. But
it's so good. You'd love the TV show too.
Yeah.
The quickest thing before we jump out: thoughts on casting a Lars Eidinger as Brainiac and Man of Tomorrow. I don't know if you saw it or not. One of Germany's biggest actors is going to be our villain in the next Superman movie.
Okay. I'd have to see a picture of him. I'm sure I've seen him before, but I just don't know the name.
Most Americans aren't.
I've heard. It seems like the name. I've heard the name before, so I bet you I've seen him. Let's see. Look, Googling right now.
But I'm excited to have.
Oh yeah, he looks familiar.
Someone that's going to really. I really do appreciate when James Gunn gets character actors rather than just a bunch of big names.
Yeah.
And I think that could do some good.
Well, that sometimes is the best way to do it. You know, rather
a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Monk. Generally, I 100% agree with you. Nope. Directors need to be able to create a film that meets their vision.
Right.
Yes.
And there is a way to do that without screaming goats.
Yeah, when it supersedes the vision and it's like, oh, I can do anything I want to now, is when it kind of becomes an issue. And I don't think that happens often. I think Taika, Snyder, I know you just mentioned something about Snyder there. I think those two and James Gunn are probably the biggest examples of that, where, rein them suckers in every now and then. James Gunn did not need to be reined in for the Guardians films. It didn't seem.
No. For
Suicide Squad and for Superman, could have been reined in a bit. But so on and so forth. I think the only time it's applicable is for these giant, grandiose in scale, because they're not grandiose in plot or story most of the time, like Lord of the Rings, Avatar, Dune.
Yeah, that's true.
They need to rein themselves in on the larger projects. And James Gunn's the head of the studio, which is kind of scary and in a lot of ways for that. I think it's got still some of the best potential ever. I do love James Gunn, besides the most recent kind of thought of him. And I don't hate it by any means. It's just like, come on, dude, like, do something original again. Don't just rinse and repeat, because James Gunn projects are rinse and repeat right now, and it sucks.
Somebody needs to come in with something fresh and new, and I don't know what that is, but it feels like it needs to happen. And not just with superhero movies, just the whole industry.
Yeah.
You know,
superhero movies are just the easy ones to think about.
Or if he figures it out, it's going to be very rich. Let's put it that way.
But yeah, no. Directors are first and foremost, I think, the most important thing. But there are times when the art that comes from a film is such a collaborative process. When the collaboration ends and it becomes specifically one person's thought rather than that collaboration of art, it gets dangerous quickly. Not dangerous, but you might end up with a shoddy movie, and we've seen it. There's too many examples in recent memory. And the Russo brothers, outside of Marvel, look at their other projects. Those could have used some reining in as well. I think there's just there's too many examples. Would you say the name Kevin? Would you say the name of? Would you say the same of Kevin Feige? And reining in, or that he needs to rein in some? Because I think it's more that he needs to rein in some. We got all the Feige lost some power. Okay, let's go ahead and call it out because we can discuss this all day, any day. We need the Doomsday trailer, so then we have some more reason to.
We'll see. I might be able to join you guys in the Fallout watch. We'll see if I can. I'd like to, but I don't know. We'll see.
Fingers crossed. We will keep y'all posted. All that being said, we'll see you here again next week, same time. Yep. We'll fall out on the way in. It's gonna be a good time. Thank y'all for hanging with us. It has been a fun one. It was a little ashy, a little fiery. It was a fun Sci-Fi Sundays.
Yep.
And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.
Okay.
Come hang with us while you're there. And have a wonderful day. Adios.